And welcome back to another edition of Music Monday. It is episode 21, I believe, and we got some interesting music. We have one track for you today, and we are reviewing the song is Careless featuring Daniel Caesar, which Daniel Caesar is one of my more favorite artists of this present day, by FKA Twigs off of her newest album mixtape. It says it's a mixtape titled CAPRISONGS. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Now, just as a little bit of opening and clarity and description, I don't know much about FKA Twigs. I did listen to her album Magdalene from 2019, but that was a long time ago. I don't really remember much about it. I just always see her name pop up with other artists, or like I see some of my favorite people on YouTube that review music will always review her album. So that's why I'm intrigued to look at it. I don't know much about her. I don't know what her background is. I don't know how she came up. If you go on Apple Music and you bring the album up, it says it's electronic genre. So that's really intriguing as well. I think that FKA Twigs, again, with a very limited knowledge that I do have, at least from what I've heard so far on this project, she really has a way of pouring herself into the music, and this is one of the most creative projects that I've heard in a long time, just because there's so many sounds, there's so many elements going on in the music that it's really hard to just pinpoint and pay attention to one thing because there's so many things happening. There's only 2 songs so far off of the mixtape that I didn't really like. But other than that, I mean, she packs a lot of emotion into this mixtape and all of these songs. And like, that's the thing that's captured me the most. And, I'll just be listening to a song and be completely blown away by, her ability to change things up on the drop of a dime. That's the type of music that I really admire and enjoy listening to, because you don't know what's going to come next. You don't know what sort of sprinkle of creativity the artist is going to put on it. So let's just see what happens in this track. Okay. See, this is kind of what I was getting back to saying, and I don't know if I fully described it. This song already kind of starting to sound like, I feel like on this mixtape, FKA Twigs, has kind of created her own genre. This is some shit that I have never heard before. And I think that is why I use the description, like, this is the most creative music I've heard in a long time, because it's so unorthodox and it's so unlike anything that I've ever seen or heard. And that's the thing that really captured me in the beginning with the first like 10 tracks or so. Jealousy, like I just said, was kind of a dud for me, but I don't know. She has a remarkable ability to make this sound like some shit that you've never heard. At least I've never heard anything like this. So. My heart dissolves away to the rhythm of you. I'll wait till you arrive. You bring your soul to mine. I'm indebted to you. I'll read Are you guys hearing this instrumental in the background? There's like this really slow beat, and it sounds like, I don't know if this is a guitar or if it's some sort of electronic music, but there's something getting plucked in the background that is just adding like some sense of tension or emotion along with her sense, like her lyrics and how she comes off and how she projects herself and how she expresses herself. You can be careless with me, but like you can feel it. You can feel the emotion that she's trying to describe through her lyrics. That's at least what I'm getting from FKA Twigs. Oh, here we go. Damn. All right, I didn't want to do too much pausing in the song. I just wanted to try and collect all my thoughts and then give you guys a description at the end. Yeah, dude, like I think this track is so much more of a step up than Jealousy. Again, I'm not gonna hate on Jealousy. It just didn't do much for me. I think Daniel Caesar is an amazing accomplice to an artist like FKA Twigs and fits so perfectly and so delicately on this song. They complement each other's voices so very well. Daniel Caesar, his voice, I mean, I don't listen to a ton of his stuff, but there is one song that I've heard by him which is called Get You. And the man has such a way of moving you, again, with his tone, with the lyrics, with his sound. And I feel like FKA Twigs is kind of the same in the female sense. So you kind of have a balance of masculinity and femininity in this track. And, you know, I don't always gravitate towards the lyrics, but it seems like they're talking about, you know, hey, you can be careless with me. And I know Daniel Caesar said something in there about letting you be my guide and, you know, kind of direct me where you want me to go. So probably talking about love. That seems to be a reoccurring theme throughout this entire album, whether it be through lust or, you know, attraction to somebody or getting a little bit freaky. And kind of like I said in my last Music Monday reaction with 21 Savage, JID, and Baby Tate, you know, unfortunately, our world is kind of going that route where, you know, sex sells, which I'm not saying that FKA Twigs is just talking about sex. You know, there may be a deeper emotional level. I definitely think there is with her. But it seems to be, you know, a very prominent set of lyrics in the culture that we live in today. And, you know, I'm not going to harp too much over that subject, but being a single male that I am, you know, I listen to these songs and it, you know, it makes me kind of just yearn for a connection with a female, you know, and not that we have to always be chasing somebody or like always be in a relationship. In fact, I don't think you should ever chase somebody, and I don't think that you should pressure yourself to thinking that you need to get in a relationship. But this is something that I've thought a lot about, especially in these winter months living in Iowa where it gets very cold, very depressing. That seasonal affective disorder kicks in. For some reason, you know, if I'm single in the winter, like it doesn't matter if, you know, I feel independent or previously before the winter hit, I felt okay being on my own. There's something about this time of year, you know, like getting through the holidays and then we're in January and February, again, in a cold state that I live in. Just being by yourself too much can make you yearn and feel lonely and want that connection with another person. So I really appreciate this song because that's kind of what it made me think of, at least. And, you know, I've been trying to tell myself to get through these cold months, you know, I gotta be patient, gotta be willing to continue to put in the work with the YouTube channel. Getting back and doing these Music Mondays has been really fun for me. I enjoy reviewing music. I'm a big music head. And, you know, just trying to tell myself that I know that better days are coming. I think this time of year can be really hard for people for a lot of reasons that I just stated. So, you know, I think it's important for people to do whatever they can to keep their hopes high, to have something to look forward to. I mean, that's, you know, I try and look at it as if this is all temporary. Like, you know, it's January 22nd today, which means we got, you know, 9 days or so until we reach February, you know, and then it's like February is the shortest month of the year. Get through February, you're into March, and then springtime starts to roll around. The weather gets a little bit better, you know, the birds start to come out and start chirping. The sun stays a little bit longer. Like, it's just about momentum, man. But this song just kind of like put all of that, all those thoughts, all these recent thoughts, feelings, and emotions that I've been having, just kind of clumped that into one big picture. Like I could envision, you know, myself being in a relationship in the future. Not saying that, you know, I'm pressured to be in that situation or feel like I have to be. It's just that I want to share myself with somebody. I want to fall in love again. I think everybody, or at least, you know, humans in the right mind, I think we all naturally feel that, right? And if we spend too much time alone, it starts to creep up on us and we start to think about it even more. So I've just been thinking about that a lot. And again, I don't know if it's the winter months that are causing me to like start analyzing those things because, you know, you spend so much time inside. I try and get outside and it's just so fucking cold, especially in Iowa. So it's not even fun to go on a walk. And the sun doesn't feel the same as it does in the summer. So yeah, anyways, I don't know. I'm kind of going on a rant here, kind of going off the cusp. But yeah, it's a beautiful song. I love FKA Twigs. I love her voice. I love, like I said, the creativity of how she's diving into putting this album, mixtape, whatever you want to call it, all together. And then particularly this song, the Daniel Caesar feature, really fit in perfectly. And I'm excited to finish the rest of the album. It's one that, again, like lately I've just been coming into these music projects with not a whole lot of expectations, and I think that's the best way to do it because your mind is always blown. I have no affiliation to FKA Twigs, haven't really heard of her before this. I've just seen a lot of people that I know listen to it and say good things about it, so I wanted to check it out. But yeah, it's a great fucking project, man. She's a good artist. So anyways, guys, that's it. That's the video. As always, if you're new to the channel, please like the video. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please tell your friends about Music Monday. If you have some suggestions, if you have some feedback, please comment that down in the description below. all those things that I just stated right there really help my YouTube channel grow. And the way that I'm operating is we do this value exchange here in America, where if you get something of value from something that I created, if it made you think differently, if it made you laugh, if it entertained you, if you agreed, if you disagreed, if you got something that you would like to talk about or were interested about what I just shared, please tell other people. That's how the show grows. That's how my YouTube channel grows. And I can use all the help that I can get. And you guys are the vessel in how this thing gets bumped out and communicated to other people that have yet to see it. So, anyways, that is the episode. I will see you guys on next week's episode, or if it happens to be another video. Either way, love you guys. Hope you're doing well. Take care. See you later.